So economics struck me as a tool how you can analyze something, figure out what's going on, and then come up with the best possible solution to help the general public.
Economics is the study of trade-offs.
It brings in history and psychology and politics and current events.
Economics spans lots of different disciplines.
It's a bit mathematical, it's a bit businessy, it's a social science.
The way I see it is trying to understand the uncertain world around us.
We sometimes use data on interesting things and just create fun graphs.
A bit of coding goes on, I think, in the spare time of a lot of economists.
A very novel piece of economic work done a few years ago was to look at corruption in the sumo wrestling industry.
I actually don't think that many people necessarily have a strong idea about what an economist actually does.
I think people think that I'm a bank teller sometimes and I'm sitting there cashing checks for members of the public.
My wife often thinks that I know a lot about accountancy. I know very little about accountancy.
A lot of people think economics is all about money. Money's just a convenient measure for something.
Accountants are sitting there studying books, thinking about how much tax needs to be paid. An economist thinks about, well, how much tax should be paid. My day-to-day job is in an organisation that thinks about interest rates in the financial sector, but it can go much further than that.
Currently I work on the prices desk at the RBA, so I look at inflation, and of course inflation is one of the indicators of the health of the economy.
Just after the election of Donald Trump, I was the US economist, or helping to figure out what was going to go on in the US economy and trying to kind of work that into a narrative and a set of forecasts.
I am analysing the Chinese economy and Chinese financial markets.
So what I do in my job is actually implement monetary policy. So the idea is to make sure the cash rate is what the Reserve Bank Board sets it at.
People in economics think about world poverty.
Analysing the macroeconomy for, say, a bank or an investment bank or in the private sector in another capacity.
Environmental economics being one of them, health economics being another.
NGOs require economists.
They think about history, they think about what went on in the Great Depression, they think about family decisions, people thinking about the trade-offs involved in that. It's a very broad subject.
A career as an economist, or choosing to be an economist, is really versatile. So you're really not pigeonholing yourself into one particular area or one particular discipline.
It really just gives you a nice way to kind of think big picture.
I think if you're really keen to understand the world around you, economics is really something for you.
It's fun, it's interesting.